Be part of our brand. Leadership for God and country.
The big issue. Down the issue. The big issue. Breaking down the issues that matter.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Leadership Podcast. It's another edition of the big issue. Without taking much of a time, we will go into the issues of the day right ahead. But before then, I'm your regular host. George Agba is my name. And with me here in the studio is our in-house analyst, Silas. Is it?
Yes, welcome to you.
Well, the big issue of the day is disquiet over another fuel price hike. And before we go into that, let's see what is in the news. One of the main issues in the news today is bandits kill many soldiers in Niger State. Well, the bandits that have been wreaking havoc in the Chuba ward of Shiroro local government area of Niger State were said to have killed 13 soldiers in the state. On Monday, the bandits were said to have ambushed and killed 13 soldiers along the Zungeru-Tegina Road in the Madaka ward of the Rafi local government area of the state. The criminals were also said to have brought down a Nigerian Air Force fighter helicopter on Monday morning in the area and killed the pilot. Confirming the incident, the senator representing Niger East Senatorial District, Sani Musa, lamented the situation, saying it is highly unfortunate. He called on the federal government to dispatch all its military and security arsenals to the trouble areas to have lives, to save lives and their property. See what Senator Musa has to say. This is a very serious situation happened at the time. We are happy that the issue of banditry is subsiding in our various communities in Niger State. Silas, we sympathize with those people in Niger State, the Niger State community, and even the Nigerian Air Force, whose pilot was said to have been killed after bandits shot down the helicopter. The senator representing the Niger East Senatorial District saying that the federal government should dispatch soldiers to that area. And I ask, the soldiers the federal government dispatched to that area, the ones that are preparing to go to Niger Republic to fight the war against Coupists. That brings us to a situation where most Nigerians are wondering the rationale behind going to Niger Republic. While back here, the insecurity situation is far from abating, because we expected that when Tinubu came into power, the president had a meeting with security chiefs in the country and then gave matching orders that they should get rid of insecurity. For some time, it seemed as if everywhere was simmered until the latest spate of attack from here and there between the insecurity in the country and the crisis in Niger.
Yes,
Where do you place our military forces to do the need?
Thank you, Judge, for that. Um, yeah, it's a from burner issue of Nigerian troops being involved in any kind of military intervention in Niger Republic. Okay, but it's something that Nigerians have roundly rejected, from the man on the street to the National Assembly, to commentators, knowledgeable ones and even unknowledgeable ones, who have said Nigeria has no business going to fight Nigerians. They have to affairs when some of them also criticize the spearhead of the ECOWAS in power, Tinubu, saying he's also holding a mandate that is not so legitimate. So cannot also be going to fight another person who's holding another legitimate authority in another country where his own issues before the cause. That's by the way. Other ones that are just a spread out thing across almost every state in Nigeria. Involved in one military operation or the other. From the southeast, separate agitators, IPOB and ESN. The south you have bunkers and all kinds of agitation there. Southwest, North Central, the Plateau case, and other, and even the one in Niger. And Northeast and Northwest, so you have the banditry, kidnapping, and all that. So Nigerian soldiers are spread out then. Give them another war to fight outside the country. It just be stretching too far. Coming to Niger State, throughout the time I was there before Tinubu came in, even the state authorities there almost mentioned that so many local governments are under the control of bandits. Okay? And people have always made some kind of clarification that those who are being called bandits in Niger were Boko Haram terrorists who migrated down, because of the onslaught of military jets and all that. They now came in country and are hiding in Niger State. Because Niger State was, I think, should be the biggest state in Nigeria in terms of landmass. So they have a lot of place to hide and operate in Niger State. So, and then before this one, I think at the time before the last president left, almost like the 70 soldiers were ambushed and killed in the same Niger State, in something to do with mining and going to intervene the mining site, something like that. That story was a bit pushed up, but still I talked to start 70 soldiers. That's alive. And that one now, see. So Niger has become a place where Nigerian soldiers are killed routinely. So, and then some people believe that Niger State, especially because a lot of mining going on there, a lot of foreign interests are also backing the bandits there. So anyone who is going there because it's going there, if you remember to factor in the business of mining in that area and what the bandits may be after. So I think that the Nigerian military forces, with the Air Force, Navy, and the Army, not the defense section, they should sit down because Nigeria is so close to Abuja. Some of the kidnappings happening on the face of Abuja can be traced to Niger State. So for me, they were going to come into Abuja and start picking up some of the big men. That's the one Nigeria would stop to take notice. So I think that the Nigerian military high command should sit down and do a special operation that will uproot and destroy the cells of bandits in Niger State. I do not see how those pockets of what do you call it, of bandits should overcome our military. In the past, we were saying there was no political will, but now there's a new change of government, and I think there should be political will around to deal with these bandits. So they should start, not something of just rushing there. If you rush in there, you can be taken out too. If they are better prepared, if they are better entrenched there, they're expecting you. And for once, we should be careful and tactful. Instead of that, of sending a military unit somewhere and announcing it to the whole world. Oh, we're sending 400 soldiers to go and fight the bandits in Bakilade. We are launching Operation this. You disclose the mission they are going for in the public. You have already told that those who are going to fight there to be better prepared, better armed. Instead to for one to be better to be forearmed. So next time when they design this operation, they should do a more clandestine operation, so that these people they are going after will take them by surprise. So I believe that especially Niger State was very close. They played it too because of the unletting, bloodshed there. They should do some serious security mapping of that place and operational plan to go to those two places, and it will be the same people that are doing these operations and they tell it. So find a way, do that and then strike once and clear them. By the time you strike them that way, even though that pocket says you are afraid, but you know that their days are numbered. You can't be having soldiers being killed off just like that by if they cannot shoot down planes. They're not like that. You shouldn't just call them economic bandits trying to kidnapping. They are now terrorists who can shoot down planes. I don't know whether they shut down, whether it can crash, but if they shut it down, they've done the part, then it's time they took them as seriously as anything in this country is.
Thank you very much, Silas. We just hope that the Tinubu administration will face the criminals head on.
Yes.
Because under the immediate past administration of Muhammadu Buhari, there were contemplations whether to declare full-blown war. And it now turned to a point where they were now wondering what to do with the Tucano jets that were bought. There were issues of, don't send those jets to those places. But at the end of the day, it turned to a massacre and all this. I think the government should come down and sit down to understand that the issue of banditry is full-blown war.
Yes.
Just like insurgency. Well, that is, by the way, let's just go quickly into the big issue of the day, which is the discontentment in the land over reports that there are plans to increase fuel price for a third time after the removal of subsidy. The organized labor in the country on Monday warned the federal government of a possible shutdown of business activities in the country if prices of petroleum products are increased for the third consecutive time. And of course, this has really created disquiet in the land, because Nigerians are already grappling with the untold hardship they are facing due to the removal of subsidy. Silas, anywhere you go now, even the common groundnut seller on the road, what it gives you at the price you normally buy be more than half, or we would be less than half of what it was being sold. And when you ask them, they will tell you, you don't know that they have removed subsidy in fuel. Yeah, prices have shot up. Reports recently is that inflation has gone up to 24% due to the hike in prices of foodstuffs in the market. This is the kind of situation Nigerians are facing. And now they are talking of a possible increment of fuel prices again for 3 consecutive times within just a period of 2 months. But the presidency, in a swift reaction, is saying that President Tinubu is concerned about the economic hardship in the country and is working hard to ameliorate the situation. He's working hard. This concern, for how long will this continue to be? Well, the whole thing is plunging Nigerians into untold hardship. At the end of the day, I and you here are victims because we have become vulnerable Nigerians. I know what it means to fuel your car now. Silas, I can confess to you that this time around, you don't have money to do other things. Once you get that money, the next thing that comes to your mind is going to the filling station to give it to them. See the pump running, the price rushing very fast, and then what you get for buying that fuel. If you see, you begin to, because you have to start managing the situation. You don't go to places you are supposed to go. You only select those places you think are of top priorities.
Yes, this the fuel crisis, the fuel subsidy removal, document, the associated hacking price of goods and services, not just food, goods and services. But everybody is adding money in order to match up to the increase in other basic things. And the situation of the naira, it have all come to hit the Nigerian like a global debate. In boxing, when you hit the global bet, you give an injury to your opponent that it's so serious that you're penalized for it. You know, hitting on that bed. So it's a very big, it's a life, how they put it again? It's a lifestyle changes situation because people are just suffocating and trying to keep their heads above water. Already with the increment from 194 naira to 517 on May 30, May 29. Then less than a month after, by June 17, 19 or so, July 19, it went to 600 and now this again. So, you know, when they say that it's going to be determined by market forces, then you know your market forces, the exchange rate. Because once you know it's related to market forces, once there's increase in the cost of international price of petrol, of oil, that also translates to the high cost of petrol. And then it cascades down to Nigeria, Nigeria will bear the cost. So the only thing I can say is that it's going to cost more trouble. There's nothing that happens not to cause serious trouble. Not just our labor strike. Labor may shut down and people still go their businesses. How are they going to survive? How long? Already the reports from MAN, that a lot of businesses are shutting down because the businesses that used to be powered by generators, using fuel and diesel, are no longer able to power them. So they are shutting down, laying off staff, laying off workers, making them redundant, making them those who are productive to become dependent on other people. So it is there. It's intriguing that I had before I came to the studio that because of the repercussions of the subsidy change, that the presidency might be thinking of passing the policy or adjusting it. So of a total removal of subsidy, that they may try to implement some other tests on the subsidies in the petroleum sector to halt the increment. On TV today, we could see that Kenya president, who also came in the office and removed subsidy, has reversed himself now. Okay, so Nigeria may be headed for some time because it continues. You can see already that there are pockets of violence across the country because of the high cost of living crisis. You had a president in Adamawa, a great president in those states. In one of the pockets of other places, people complain about not able to cope. And the president said we should, it's a question of time. Before, it's getting worse and worse. Before it can get better, a lot of people are going to their grave, waiting for things. And it's because Nigeria is shamefully, the only oil, good oil producer that's not refining. The only one in the whole world. Both OPEC members and non-OPEC. Nigeria is the only country that's something. I don't know how to say it, but Nigeria human beings in Nigeria, there's a problem with us. That problem is that we do not take ourselves seriously, we don't take our country seriously, we lack patriotism, lack the notion of feeling for the nation, for the people. And that's why things that work elsewhere, when it comes to Nigeria, it doesn't work. So the friends are talking about, we have older refineries by decades, which are still working in their countries. Even countries that don't produce oil are now even refining oil. And Nigeria, I made one analogy sometime in the past. I said, to import fuel when you are a big time crude oil producer and exporter in the world, it's like a farmer who has, remember when I said it, a farmer, a big-time farmer who farms yam in massive number and has a lot of servants. But when he wants to eat pounded yam, he goes to a small kiosk to buy pounded yam to eat. When himself is a producer of yam, he has kitchen, has servants, he can pound it at home. So whenever he wants to eat pounded yam, he goes to buy it from a vendor outside, from a kiosk or something like that, from a market. So, and that kind of thing is, I don't know who can take it. It's only Nigerians, and I'm calling on government. Okay, fine. Girl, I said for modern refineries, find out why they're not able to work. Some of them are not working, some are working. For those who energize those who are not working to work, pump those who are working, support them to increase their local supply. By the time you have local supply, the propensity for export, the test for export, the need for export will reduce. And that will also reduce the cost of the fuel. Let us, while the funds are being ultimately rebuilt and waiting for that to try to kick in, let the government find a way to make fuel available in modern environment to refine locally at home. If ordinary artisanal refiners who are burning their property all over the Nile Delta are producing fuel and just are using to try, how come that our experts, engineers, petrologists, and those who are skilled in it cannot run a refinery to produce fuel? That's not even rocket science, it's just basic science. I don't want to go into the detail, the data I know about it, but that is just basic science.
Well, Silas, you spoke about the reversal of the subsidy removal, but between the reversal of the policy and the palliatives the president promised, who could have done better? Because most Nigerians are wondering what kind of palliative that will cushion the effect of this kind of situation. And of course, this federal government is not really showing any political will to implement most of its promise, like the cushioning of the effect of the subsidy removal with palliatives. Instead, what we saw was police going to arrest the ESCOs of the Nigerian Union of Road Transport Workers. Was it in Lagos? And then they say, from reports now, they say it's not connected with their planned protests and industrial action and the rest. This move by government, it's now beginning to show, most Nigerians are saying that it's an indication that rather than being people-oriented, Tinubu's policies are gradually turning out to be anti-people. This is actually not in tandem with the renewed hope agenda of the president, what he actually, the mantra with which he campaigned for.
Yeah, George, a lot of people feel like that already in the country. But my major concern is that Tinubu had been heading to prison for a long time. Even though they made it known to everybody as election. So, and the problems of Nigeria have been mounting over the time. Especially the last administration, they sat down, crossed their leg and didn't do anything. Just kicks the problem down the road. They can't. They kick it down the road for Tinubu. So I had felt that someone who is, I doubt, as an aside, I doubt his mental alertness for now. I know his governor was brilliant somehow, to a point, even though there are a lot of claims of what he did in Lagos that people cannot put on the hand on cover that he decided to succeed him, okay, as governor and afterwards. No, but I was a younger man that time. Now, at his age, don't mind the one they say is official, okay, but at his age and his frailty, body and mind, I do not know whether he has the required mental capacity to deal with this kind of problem that has been building up for a long time. Okay, so he may have good intentions, but doesn't have the capacity. We saw during the election how he ran away from media interviews and co. Okay, because he didn't want to flop the lines. If you flop lines, he stopped speaking the blah blah and all those things, made him a bit afraid to face the press. So, it shows people who are somebody who is a bit not mentally ready for the job, even though he wants the job and he went all the way out to get it for now. So that's my goal, that he was getting ready for this job for a long time, and it still happened on the scene, and it is as if it's taken by surprise. Already, when the former president, suspended the protection of food, the PI Act, and kicked the can down to June, everyone knew that I was setting a big trap, and we reported it. But next, so people had expected that before assuming the role of president, we are looking at the problem with the kind of people we want to work for as a cabinet. Look at it and find out how best to go about it. So I can work on the ground before it takes over. So even if you remove it something before it takes over, there's already something on the ground to caution the effect. But what I've seen now that there's no palliative, even palliatives, they're not long-term solutions. They're just something that will, like you have a deep wound, you have a wound, and you're rubbing vaccine on it, or what do you call it, pomade on it. It doesn't heal the wound. The wound is that Nigeria, to heal it, Nigeria needs to have local production of petrol so that the associated costs with import, and to also reduce the taxation of petroleum, so that the associated costs that increases the cost of petroleum from freight, from tax, reduce. When you remove those ones, the cost and the being produced at home, you can even supply the refineries at a rate that will make them produce at a rate that will be cheaper for Nigeria to get. So that's the way, part of the way. I'm not an expert in that, but these two things, if you do these things, we find locally, the route is tax. Okay, even the cost of moving them around the country, tax and diesel, the high cost of diesel, they also contribute to, because if the tankers move the petrol from rivers to Sokoto on diesel, they pay more. Can we have a way of hauling these things through train from one point to other so that the cost of moving them by road will reduce? So these are the government things that they should look around and find a very